My arms are going dead. Why is that arm going dead? It's right pain in the fucking arse. Well, actually, it's a pain in the hand, not a pain in the arse, but you know what I mean. La 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 ma la 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 na ma ma li da ba ba ti da ba ta ba 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 ti ti ta ba 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 ba. Okay. I'm almost near my destination. So good morning, everybody. Oh, yeah, it's a glorious morning. Glorious only because the fact is it's not raining. It's been raining over the last few days, and it has been incredibly wet. Anyway, I want to talk to you about security, or in respect to security of your motorcycle. But before we go any further, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button, and hit the thumbs up if you like this video. Now, as everybody knows, motorcycle theft is becoming a bit of an epidemic. And unfortunately, no matter what you do, they will find a way to steal your bike. So the whole point is to make it as difficult as possible. And I'm going to give you a few tips, hopefully, he says, which you might think are very good. And if you do, let me know in the descriptions below. If you disagree, let me know in the descriptions below. I'll be, you know, more than willing to listen. So, just heading into town, he says, as I'll scratch my eye to get my eyes tested for another project. So, while I'm on my way in, I thought, I know, a really quick video on how I secure my bike and the reasons why I secure my bike the way I do. So I'm going over there, which is a parking area within the great city of Peterborough for parking one's bike. Now, the beautiful thing about this place is it actually does have CCTV, so that's my first thing I'm going to say. It also has stupid taxi drivers that don't know what they're doing. And there's a bike there as well. Good. Right. Now the first thing I'm going to say is that this guy has made what I believe, and again this is my opinion, you might agree with me, you might disagree with me. There's two there, and I believe that these guys have made the most fundamental mistake ever when it comes to securing your bike, which you'll see when the taxi gets out of the way. Come on, taxi, fuck off. Do me head in. There we go. Right. So, number one, I never reverse my bike in like that. Never. But the simple reason is, the first thing they want to do is get to your front wheel. Because the reason they want to get to the front wheel is they want to break that steering lock, and they use your front wheel to do so. So stick her in neutral, switch her off so you can hear me better. Okay, so I stand down. Right, so I know it means a bit of a pain in the arse pushing it back outwards, but I always park my bike forward facing. Now I'm lucky because I can turn my steering wheel either way. Steering wheel? Handlebars. What am I talking about? Handlebars either way to lock the steering lock. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to push my bike right the way up to the bar at the front, and I'm hopefully, yep, she's in gear. So there we go, that's my first thing. Steering lock's on. Right, they can't break my steering lock. That's number one. Because in order to get to my front wheel to break my steering lock, so if you notice, it's right up against the bar. So right up against the bar. So to get in any access to get to that, they've got to move the bike, and it's in gear. And you're probably thinking, but you've put it in gear. All they've got to do is dip the clutch and move it. That is true, but I haven't quite finished yet. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if his camera's facing right anyway. There is no excuse not to be able to take locks with you. Kriega do actually do, this is a 10-litre bag from Kriega. They actually do a very nice 5-litre bag as well. And then my 5-litre bag, or 10-litre bag rather. And the 5-litre bag, perfect, fit it there, perfect, got no problems whatsoever. That's my lid locker. What I want is these two things. So first things, 2 disc locks. So I'm going to come round, and I'm hoping you can see this, but my first disc lock is going to go as high up as possible, and my second disc lock is going to go right next to my disc. So there we go, 2 disc locks. So they've got to cut them bloody things off before they can do anything. And the last thing, now the whole purpose is to make it as difficult as possible. So at the end of the day, they're going to come look at my bike and think, oh fucking hell, that's too difficult, and steal their bike instead. Because, to be truthful with you, they've got 1 chain lock and that's it. Whereas I've now got 2 disc locks, and he says, trying to get this one round, I apologise for the camera angle. 1 lock, whee, going through, and an alarm. There we go. So, I'm out of breath now, look. So there we go. And the beautiful thing about this is it's so small and compact, it will actually fit inside my rucksack. I'm not sure if it's my bike I can smell petrol on, or the one next to me, but I can smell petrol. So, that is my tip for securing a bike. So you push it right the way up. So now, they can't get to the steering lock. Before they can get to that steering lock, they've got to cut off 3 locks. It means they've got to get in there and cut off 3 locks. Now, if another bike comes and parks next to me, or if those 2 bikes were further apart, I'd have parked in between them, because then they've got to get in between the 2 bikes to cut the locks off, to move the bike, to break the steering lock. So they can't break the steering lock. So I've made it as difficult as possible for them to steal my bike, in the hope that if they come along and they'll see this, they'll go fuck that and steal his instead, because this is easy. One can be working on the chain while one's breaking the steering lock. Bike's gone. If you agree with me, let me know. If you don't, fine, let me know. And as I say, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I will see you the next time, because I'm going for my eyes testing. And arrivederci. Cheerio for now. Bye bye.